Alright, so I'm making this video to basically show like the big current weakness with Udyr, which is like a really weak level 1 team. It feels pretty impossible to come back from the situation. I mean, it's winnable. I won this game actually, as a matter of fact, but it's just like really tough because you're always playing from back foot and you're trying to make the best of worst situation like every champion, but it's like particularly bad for Udyr. Like, just to preface, like he's just really bad before level 4 for like multiple reasons. Like if you take your skills for clearing, it's QRW, and then you don't have stun if you don't get all your camps. Or I suppose you could go like QWE and just have a really slow clear and go that way. But even if you do that, like that level 4, you have a fourth ability to help get like your awaken cooldown even lower, and all the abilities are good at level 1. So he's just significantly weaker. So even just taking Udyr's camps can put him really behind, because even if you just steal one, he'll full clear and then be significantly gimped until his camps respawn. So even in that scenario, in my head at this point, it just sounds really good compared to what usually happens. And this game is particularly bad, so it'll really expose like how bad it can be. So yeah, I'm obviously gonna go ward for probably what's gonna be an invade, and they're already spam pinging, so that's a shocker. The reason why I do the ward here instead of here is because I feel like 80 carries die here the most. Like they'll just randomly hook the bush, or like they'll come around the corner and they're like grandma reactions, because vision can be weird if they hug the wall here. So this Van at least was like cognizant of what was happening, and like she didn't die. But that's why I just ward there instead, and I hope my mid laner like will cover here. That's fine though. So at this point, like I was hoping I went back to get scanner in case they like invade. The idea is like if I knew for sure they're coming here, at least I could like start like their camps and scan it so that it could get rid of their vision. But I walked down to red because I'm like hoping that they left. So we see them here. Okay, hit them again. At this point, I was like fairly confident they would just leave. But as you will see, yeah, they don't. So I've learned enough from the situation to not stick around and find out what happens. Not about fucking around finding out. So of course I just leave. So it just feels like a tough situation here. I'm just gonna see if the red team had warded. Yeah, they have a ward on their blue. I figured as much, or they're red. I figured as much, but yeah. So I think it was even nice enough for them to even do this. Okay, so here's the thing. If I go take their camps, pretty much just to recap what I said in the beginning, like if I take this red and then I take R level 2 and take the other camps, I'm gonna be low health. But if I take like W level 2, then I just clear incredibly slow. So I'll be healthier, and I think in retrospect, if I do go for this invade, I should start taking W level 2. But I don't think I should ever be doing this invade ever again. Especially obviously given that like the lane state of Olaf and top shoving in more than my Vlad being shoved in. That's why this was like incredibly sus as was, but they let me get away with it. So, and by get away with it, yeah, tragedy. So I'm just gonna speed up here. He straight up just walks in between tier 1 and tier 2. This is how bad, as the kids like to say, down bad. This is how down bad I am right now. That this guy can straight up just walk in between the towers to invade, because Olaf's pushed in and he's probably over here. I'm showing the replay from like my point of view. Actually, I think from this point I'll just put it all. But I think like he's here, obviously like setting up. So I'm worried. They know where I am because they had it warded, right. This ward right here. So they already know what I'm doing. So already from this position, even if I don't die and they don't collapse on me, it's just done. Because I can finish taking these 3 camps and then base, right? And he'll have my 6 camps to me only getting his 3. So it's already done there. You know. If my laners had priority and they had left it to collapse on this, then I think this game could have been relatively normal, like maybe just split map, like especially if they could get him off before he gets a camp. If he takes one of the camps, it's still pretty bad for me, but just one camp and then forcing him out would be good, I think. But no, he gets to just walk between tier 1 and tier 2. Like, they're not going to leave their lanes, obviously, because they're just being shoved in, so that's good life for them. So he actually, they ward this, so he actually leaves to kill me. So here's my thought process on this. I'm gonna put it back onto my blue, or blue vision, right? Is let's go slightly back here. I'm thinking to myself at this point, my plan was to just walk, hug the bottom wall like this, and try to loop around, and then try to go for like a bot crab to potentially like blue invade. Right. So when the Mordekaiser shows up, sorry to go back one more time, but like when the Mord goes to my blue and he's not there, like it's already so screwed. Like I was expecting him to see them, and when he didn't see him, like I think at this point I guess I should have ran, and then tried to base, so, like try to like go up this way. So that was bad on me, but yeah, that was just incredibly brutal. So I'm at this point, like, you know, he gets to take all my camps, so I take his 3 camps. He basically gets my 6 camps and a kill because I'm invade. And like so alternative to this is I start on my own blue and try to do my 3 blue camps. And if I do my 3 blue camps, and then I guess after that it would be go into top or go into bot. Like if, you know, of course if they had vision, they know exactly where I'm going. I wouldn't go into the top side here because they'll just probably collapse and kill me. And if the Kayn goes to the bot after doing my bot camps, then they're already going to be gone. So I feel like in most scenarios, the way I slice this, it's going to be 3 camps to like him getting, you know, he's going to have 3 camps on me no matter which way I slice it. That's the way I feel about it. And then I just don't have agency for forever. Like I said, my skilling could have been better because, like, you know, in my first death, walking out of this jungle, like I'm pretty low health. Like I could have done RW and been like higher health, but I still would have died here no matter what. So enough times now I've played this where I invade and more than not I end up dying because the people collapse and I'm always low health. So I'm starting to think that invading is just not going to work out. But yeah, incredibly brutal situation. So then pretty much for the rest of the game I'm playing, you know, obviously like back foot. This guy's trying to like invade me all over. One of the funny things is he actually comes for an invade here. And, you know, in good Udyr fashion, even though he has a whole level on me and serrated Dirk to my longsword. I have longsword, he has longsword and Dirk. But in good Udyr fashion, we clap him. Teach him a lesson, respect. Anyway, so this game ends up like going to super late game and we outscale. And then we ended up winning, you know, Yata. But, yeah. It was pretty brutal. I actually ended up doing more damage than everyone on my team except for Vladimir, which is, like, pretty sad. Especially if you see, like, yeah, how late game we got with Vayne and Mord and all that. But, yeah, thanks for watching.